Alright. Can y'all hear me now? I think just let me know if I'm speaking into nothing. You did for a second? Is it loading up? Volume right and everything like that? Getting better? Is it the volume needs to go up, or can you not hear me at all? Absolutely. Alright, is that a little bit better, everyone? I feel like it should be good now. So I'm going to start talking. So, before I realized I didn't have any audio, I was saying, how is everyone's Sunday going? Did anyone else stay up all night pulling all nighter for the Calling Phuket top 8 like I did? Um, I was going to go to sleep, but I'm like, I just got to see. I got to see what happens, especially when putting made top 8. And I was just saying a quick congratulations to Katsu, a sleeper, but he just got second. I know, but we made the title for the stream like before the calling, so we didn't know. But he ain't a sleeper anymore. He's a real deck. It's just interesting because I think it's other than Dromai, I don't necessarily feel favored. Dromai and Kayo, I would say. I don't necessarily feel favored into anything. Like when you play Katsu at a tournament, it's kind of a weird feeling because like you can win every game, but it doesn't necessarily mean you feel good about every game. It's like you sit down against Dorinthia or Kasai, and it's like, yeah, sure, you can win that matchup, but you know you're gonna have to work for it, and it's not gonna be easy. And that kind of goes for everything, even KO. Like KO, I feel like that's your best matchup, but it still can get dicey depending on how things go in the game. But yeah, just want to give a quick shout out to top 8 Phuket. Good into all the brutes. Yeah, I agree. Putting final. Um, Big shout out to them. Brody, of course, for winning the thing. Getting his first tier 3 win, I believe. So that's awesome. Definitely had it coming for him. But yeah, just pretty much just gonna be playing some Katsu today, talking about the deck. I kind of have a guide coming up where I have like the matchup tabs and everything in depth. That's gonna go on the Patreon. Um, so that, but we also have the link down below if you just want to see the deck, the sideboard guide. I'm gonna be talking about the sideboard a little bit for the matches that pop up today. But for yeah, if we don't count the celebration, but it feels like he's won so much. But yeah, that was the first tier 3 actual closing it out. But plenty of top 8s for tier 3. But just gonna go ahead, go over to the deck real quick. And kind of talk about it a little bit. So it's the list I have. It's pretty standard. Just trying to do all the good combo stuff. Get in there. I try to make it as consistent as possible for the ancestral harmony hitting, um, because you got the extra where like the flex spots are, like some of the numbers like descending, whelming, this yellow 100 wins, the Mugenchis. Um, but right now I feel like the Mugenchis are volume is pretty low and mic is not picking up vocals all the way. Okay, here let me see if I can fix that. Quick. Here, I'm gonna put it on the BRB screen while I try to figure it out. 1 second. Test, test, test.
Test, 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 test. All right, so I switched over to my headset mic, so that should be a little bit better. But hopefully that's now on my screen, it's showing that it's actually in a more decent range. So How's that sounding, everyone? See that much better. All right, so I will go ahead. Switch us over to gameplay. Here, trying to get myself in a good frame. Ah. Nope. Okay, I need to sit here. All right, so, but going over Katsu. Hopefully it is sounding better now. Just making sure that everyone can hear me. And I see that it's a little wonky when we do that. So let me fix that real quick for us. All right, so that should be zoomed in now. Good to go. So just brief kind of talk about the deck and everything like that. Um, you're kind of playing an aggro deck that's also a combo deck. Sure, everyone kind of saw Pudding do good things with that on stream. Kind of had a masterclass in all his games, except the finals. Finals was kind of a it's kind of a roll, but you know it was still good flesh and blood to watch. Either way, but yeah, just brief overview. You're just trying to go for a consistent double or triple bonds line. Um, right now, I have the deck built in a way where you kind of make maximum value off Ancestral Harmony with extra combo cards like Mugenshi, the extra 100 win, the extra whelming, things like that. Even the Lord of Wind that you can hit on in some matchups. But pretty much, you're just maxing out on the bonds, maxing out pretty much on everything, trying to be consistent and trying to go burr. Um, the main thing sideboard is you got the Command and Conquers, Flick Flax, Tenacity, Warmongers for Azalea, Bolton, things like that. Little Kano and the Dromai tech, which is the Mask, and then the Mugenshi and the Lord of Wind. Pretty much that's the only matchups those are really good in. So, yeah, but we got the deck link in the description if you want to check that out. Um, and I'm just going to go ahead and get into some games. And I think the best way for me to kind of explain stuff is just talk about it throughout the game. So I'm just going to go ahead and hop into CC game. Let me make sure I didn't just clip the screen. Just making sure that I didn't clip the screen or anything. Okay, I did. So let me go into a new Talishar tab. Talishar should be logged in already, and we can just go straight into a game. Legal Young. Here, let me copy the deck link. Let's try again. Young heroes are not good for Ira Crimson Haze. Alright. Thought we were logged in. It's acting a little funny on us, a little slow for some reason. Here, let me just try to hard get the deck link. hop into a public game. There we go. We got there. Thank y'all for bearing with me through all the technical difficulties. And we are straight into a Victor game. So, this is a matchup. Not exactly happy to see it, but it is something you will have to play against. And in my opinion, I feel like you got to get a little bit lucky in this matchup. So, how I like to side into there is I pretty much just keep everything, and then I just add a couple. Just add those bad boys right there. Go up to 65. You're going to be blocking because the way I like to play the matchup is you go only your Kodachis. And here, I'll zoom out for y'all. Sorry about that. Here, is that working a little bit better? So we're getting straight into it. He's just hammering us for 4, which we are okay. Just throwing those 2 bad boys at him. Getting a spinning in graveyard's fine. Here we are just looking to put that back in the deck. Go Kodachi, Kodachi, pass. He took that. Go ahead, Arsenal that Art of War. And Katsu's Sleeper makes finals of the calling. We made the name of the title before. But of course Pudding just had to go take it to the finals like the mad lad he is. So we got Spinal coming in for 9. This hand we want to definitely block with this. And we are fine just blocking that up. Taking a damage, throw damage back. Throw that back there. Look at that. We also knew the script. So here, we got 8. And for us, this is pretty straightforward. Just block. This is how we're gonna beat Victor. We're just gonna keep blocking until we build up this graveyard. It just depends on how quick the Victor player picks up on it, or if they actually care about the Kodachis. That's it. So now this is interesting because we got kind of like what we want out of a combo hand, but of course they're gonna have the disruption to mess with us. And pummel is a thing, so pummel bumping it up to 13. If we just block a clean 12, that pummel doesn't really matter. And that would be the second whelming, second bond. So at that point, we're just pretty much good to go off whenever he doesn't throw disruption at us, so just gonna block that up. Let's see, we kind of have some juice right here. This is what I mean when they just throw that like 8. Doesn't matter. Our hand's good. We're gonna try push damage with a 5-card hand. See what we hit. So first we'll go with this. Hit a dishonor. What I'm gonna do is just start with this bad boy. Go ahead and poke. He's just gonna trounce. Okay. Any other blocks or okay, 5. Now this is where he makes it difficult for us because it's like he's trouncing, he's getting value off that. He's gonna draw a card, and our Art of War that we're shoving into him necessarily isn't getting a ton of value. So I could play it where we go a little bit more greedy, and we use the Tunic, cast the Art of War here, we'll let him pass that. So he didn't win the Clash. That's important. We know we have a blue Dishonor on top. So if we Art of War, we'll definitely have the pitch or the descending. That's interesting. I don't know if it's worth it just yet, though. If he didn't overblock, I think there's an argument, but for now, I'm just gonna play this out. If he wants to take it, then we can have that talk. And if he decides to overblock this one as well, yep, like I thought he was gonna do, just go ahead, throw this Dishonor. Actually, we can weave a Kadachi in there real quick. Weave our Kadachi. Oh. Meant to throw the Dishonor there. It kind of just skipped past us. Which kind of sucks right there, because the Dishonor is definitely something we want in the graveyard, but I don't think it's worth trying to go back for. Take this here. And then now we just kind of go for it. We kind of got everything we want. Yeah. We're in it, boys. Ooh. Go ahead, banish that. really wish one of these cards was a 0 right now. Hmm. Ugh, this is tough. This is tough. Man. Should we... We can play the Surging, or we can just keep going in. I mean, at this point, we've already played 2 Art of Wars. Yeah, we're definitely breaking that. What are we grabbing? So we have a bond. Um, so we go bonds, search bonds. We Katsu for a gust wave. And then we have the tenacity to follow it up. And now we're just going burr. Then here is now we'll just get a fluster out. And that's how you beat Victor. You just kind of you got a high roll. And he said, "Let's run it back," because he didn't think that was fair. Which I'm gonna run it back with him because I think that was kind of like the, a little bit out of the ordinary. But I feel like you do kind of have to get a little bit lucky to beat Victor, for sure. Then here he's attacking for 7. I'ma just block 6, take 1. Which matchups do I prefer Tunic over Hardened Cross Straps into? So Tunic is for anything that is going to be long, grindy, setup orientated. Um, like Warriors, like any deck that you think the game's going to go basically longer than, I say, like 6 turns. If you're not getting 2 uses out of Tunic, then it's probably not worth it. Um, hmm. This is an interesting hand because like I could just start attacking into him. but let's be practiced and not do that. Go ahead, pitch that surging right there. We'll go ahead Arsenal this other surging. And yeah, this is an example of a hand that's like not crazy double Art of War or anything like that, but I feel like this is a good enough 5 card natural hand to just kind of attack them because we have the Dishonor out. Yeah, that can definitely get nasty for him. I'm just tanking it here. Then I'm gonna probably end up arsenaling the. I don't know what's better, the tenacity or the descending. Could also pitch the tenacity, play the descending, use the bonds, get the dishonor, arsenal the whelming, which most likely is. I think that's what I'm gonna do. The new ninja, it just depends on what his card pool looks like. Zen, it seems like all these mystic heroes are going to be very, very heavy on the blue focused, and I just don't know how often you'll be able to get chi out. But maybe it's like if you can use his hero ability like once every 2 turns, it's just Katsu that you don't have to hit for. Now, if it's one of those things that transcending is actually kind of difficult, then that's a whole nother story. Just depends on how easy it is for him to transcend and all that. So he's going ahead, just eating his armor early. Smart. I'm going to go ahead and grab a Dishonor here, just because he has to block it. But I'm just interested in what design space they're going to go with him, because Fi's the consistent ninja, Katsu's the long combo chain, string together your best attacks together, and they have crazy effects. I don't know where, Zen will fit in all that. Then here, just giving us that armor. Throw that in Arsenal. Command and Conquer for 7. Annoying. Let me see how many bonds we got in there. We got 2 bonds, so we don't necessarily want to get rid of them. We could do actually a cheeky, if we didn't show it, maybe like a Mugenshi, like with the whelming Mugenshi, threaten the Lord of Winds. But we don't want to shuffle anything. Like the only thing we would shuffle back is Surging Strikes. Instead, I don't think the Kadachi is worth the armor yet. Take your 3 cards. I'll do a damage. Fair trade. Cracking a gold. Trying to fish for some disruption. He's got it. So we don't have a We have a Fluster, but we don't have a Whelming in there yet. I'm gonna go ahead. Block like that. I don't think this list is on Pummel, or if it is, it's like probably a one of. So I'm not too concerned with Victor about even blocking them. Just gonna go ahead, get 2 swings in. Righteous Cleansing. So 10. He's getting a good hand here, though. That's our 3rd red surging. Two of our 100 wins. At least we have plenty of descendings left, which is really important. Yeah. Can't really play around Pummel here, because even if I overblock there, Pummel still does 4 to me. Okay, so now we're finally getting some combo pieces in there. So it's our last dishonor, right? Kind of sucks if we have to block with that. Yeah, last red surging did hurt, but it's all right. We'll make it. Gonna go ahead and block 6 on this bad boy. Reason I took some extra damage there is just because I want to keep the last dishonor in our deck. Just gonna go Kadachi, Whelming, get rid of that Whelming. It hurts me to do this, but we gotta make some space for this Ancestral Harmony. He's gonna trounce, that's fine. That's why it doesn't feel good to attack into him. So now he gets to decide if he wants to change that. Reveals the Golden Sun that he's gonna draw. This is where it would be very nice to draw an Art-of-War. Exactly. How did it know? Alright, I'm gonna block a whole 2 damage here. And we are gonna cast the Art of War. That's what I'm talking about. In Victor, you always gotta just... It's such a bad matchup. I feel like you always have to get a little lucky. So we're gonna banish the spinning wheel kick, see what we get. I don't know. I hate doing it though, because I'm like, what if we don't get anything? Ugh. We get the descending, then it's just like, oh yeah, free roll. How many bonds do we have? We got 2. We got plenty. We got 2 red still in the deck and the blue. I might regret it, but I feel like I should pick the safer option here. Okay. I don't regret it. I'm glad I picked the safer option. Then the question is, do we want a Harmony as well? Ugh. This is where it's like you have to get lucky. It's not just drawing the Art of War and the Ancestral Harmonies together, it's having a good hand with it. And in that hand we had double bonds, so it's like because it's also cool. True. Now we're kind of forced into a spot where it's like, how many? We got one, two. I think we pitched one earlier, so that's three. So, my bad. So I'm gonna go. Nah, wait. Might be worth it just to play it. So tough, so tough. So we banished Art of War. That's fine. We're only attacking for 6. And we'll play some mind games with them. That's fine. Yeah, that's like why I'm always like choke slam, can't gain attack. 4 blocks eye rolls, yeah. I mean that's just Victor though. It's what I've come to expect. Like the last game is where we went for the double Art of War play and we drew into the triple and then the combo and we won, and this is the game where we did the Kadachis, we set up, we arsenaled it and we waited for the other one, and we had the bonds in the hand and we were ready to go. All we needed was some gust wave to get us started, and it was just a couple cards deeper in the deck. That's just, I feel like that's where the luck part of the Victor match comes in. Then now can't gain attack. I'm gonna try to preserve the life here just a little bit. I know we're kind of getting low on threats here. Bonds in there. Can't gain power. This is where we get fatigued, boys. Hold up, wait a minute. Hold up, wait a minute. And then he finally has the pummel. We'll take our ass beating. Arsenal that. Now we wait for that last Art of War. Right, we still have one left. Poke him with that Bodachi. Got the Tunic up. Let's draw that Art of War. Not quite there yet. Humble. Lose all. The hero loses all abilities. Okay. Well, that would definitely suck. It ain't the hand. It's not the hand. We're not there yet. At least Kadachi's doing work right now, though. Put that one there. Starting with the tunic. Golden Sun. 10 overpower. I'll block like that. Let's see what we get here. Descending. Throw that on. And of course it should. Oh, he probably was holding it in his hand. There's the other descending. So we'll go ahead, throw this. He's got the -1 gloves. And here we're just forced to. I mean, at this point, I don't think we have any threats really left. Choke slam for 8. But now we have to block with this last Art of War. Sad. Macho coming in for 8. Dominate, so we are, so 2, 3, could, we block a foe. Tunic, 5, we have to block the links, ugh. So we could go 3 block links, that's 5, 6. I think this is the last Descendant. I don't think we have a bonds left. I think this game's pretty much done. But we will. We'll play to the last moment. See what we get. We'll see if he has pity on us. And he still overblocks it. And he beats us. Thank you, Ed. I appreciate it. You know who's not handsome? Victor. Little fucker. Always beating me up. It's not fair. And we are dead. I'll send this man a good game. Well, we beat a victor and we got smacked by one. So we're 1-1. Here, let me update that real quick. Haven't been updating that. Win-loss font. So we got 1 loss, 1 win. Into the goal main himself, Victor. But let's hop in another one. Hopefully not Victor this time. And you know, let's make it not private. I meant request undo. Request undo CC. Hop into a game. Wow, get good. Oh, of course, Riptide. Which is funny because it's like the second Riptide game I've ever played. And I don't know if there's anything you can really do against a Riptide because of the traps and the nature of it. So what I'm gonna do... Okay, so he left. Maybe it's a bad matchup for him. No clue, no clue. I assume with all the traps and everything, it'd be favored for him. And how he plays like a million cards in his deck. Kano, okay. I like this matchup. So we will go second. I'm in between if first or second's good in the Kano. I think it's first, but I'm going to try second here because I've been wanting to, test that out, experiment with that a little bit. Make sure we select our AB, number one thing that happens on the Talish Kano game. Forget the AB. Yeah, we're rocking. Yeah, but Kano, I feel like it's a 50-50. In my little Patreon little write-up for Katsu, the Kano guide I got, you have just as much chance to high roll Kano, but he can do it in response. And that's how I feel about the matchup. It's like, sure, you can win, but he can win too. And, God, I don't want to block with this hand. I'm going to block with that and that. It's going to opt a couple cards, do a couple chip damage into us. Kind of a high roll race. Like for example, I'm gonna do this to him. And depending on how he blocks, I could just win the game on the spot. Nope. Don't want to use Katsu's ability. We'll see how he blocks. Yep. Just taking it all, saying fuck it. And here, I could just go for the 4 value. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I'm just going to play it for 4. Then here we could like go get a Dishonor to try to force him to to interact with us, but 4-card Kano hand. I mean, unless he's going off this turn, it doesn't really matter, and usually they're not trying to go off when you're at 37. Especially with a card in hand, like, because very may well be, okay, he's just going off. Cool. I stand corrected. He just opted 3 and was like, yeah, this is gasoline. You're dead, kid. Let's see. Where's the wildfire? Just show it to me, man. Yep. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop 2 of it. 0. 0. I'm gonna play this out. Seems like the average Katsu hand. Oh wait. Wait, can we go back? Will he let us? I just want to break this here. Like, if he's gonna kill us, he's gonna kill us off the top. Might as well just put him on. Let's get a descending out. And I honestly don't think we want to use Katsu's ability here. We're representing like, hey, we got damage in hand. Now he's got a side. He blocked. Interesting. mean, we don't have a way to give this go again. Just go ahead. Just try to get all the cards out of his hand. And this is the tough one. Yeah, I don't want to give him 2 cards, so it's like, if he wants to try to go for 9 with, yeah. And then he plays a, 2 for 5 on our turn. Yep. We block 1, Aether Spindle, stop 1 of it, just drop the Surging in there. Now he finds 5 damage. It's like, if he can deal 7, maybe he hits all blues off the top. No, I mean, I think even Aether Flare Blue wins. Can he deal 4? Red Aether Flare. Let's go. Yeah, but 2 big decisions in this game was we could have popped the pouncing links on that turn to force that dishonor out, to force interaction from him where he couldn't have been able to combo off. I just haven't been in that specific spot before where it's literally like turn 1. Oh yeah, I have natural combo. Okay, he's not blocking. Is he gonna try to kill me? And we got there. And then also in the last turn, we could have very easily, if I don't know how it would have affected his blocks and everything. Maybe he would have just gone for it right there. Um, but maybe we could have just Katsu that whelming, made that into a fluster fist, and then basically just put him on better habit. Like, I'm gonna go ahead, attack you, try to kill you, and if you can find 9 damage here, you can find 9 damage. Instead of trying to hold the card back. Just I just, thinking about stuff that I could have done different. Bravo. Okay. Um, we like to go second in this matchup, but we're not entirely happy. And Bravo can kind of just win, out of nowhere. So I'm gonna put these flick flacks in. Ooh, let me select you, please. There we go. I'll put those in. Actually, I'm gonna leave one because I like playing 1 salt and then 1 tenacity into Bravo. Fat decking a little bit here, which I think is fine because it can easily just come down to fatigue matchup. Gonna play Tunic because it's gonna go a couple turns, and we're good to go. Does he turn 1 dominate us? Looks like it. Yep. So 9 dominate. Just go ahead, get this dishonor. The grave. Go ahead, pitch that Descending Gust Wave. And I'll Arsenal Whelming. This is a hand. Yeah, -2 attack. Just trying to see if there's a way we can throw that in the bin. In the pitch zone somehow effectively, so we can pitch for descending. But if we do that, because ideally, if we're gonna let this hit, we want to pitch to go Kadachi, then into descending. I guess I got to block with it. Alternatively, we can give up armor, but I think the armor is too important in this matchup to just waste it on something like that. We're just gonna have to give him the bonds. That can't. Sorry, chat's a little bit slow for me, even on my phone. But that Kano damage was unreal. It was. It was just like completely out of nowhere. I couldn't believe it myself. Kadachi, just poking at him. Make him deal with this real quick. And he's thinking, I guess, about okay, he's keeping a big hand. And we're just gonna go for a. That's what I like about Bravo versus Victor. You can just play these like cool 3-card hands that deal, you know, 12 damage if you're counting the Kadachis, but it was obviously minus, so this one's only dealing 9. But you can just play these for the value, and he doesn't have test strength to just, say your deck doesn't get to do the thing your deck wants to do. It's pretty nice. Overblocking this. Think you might not realize. That's completely turned off. Yep, and he read the card and was like, nope, not going to do anything about that, which I totally respect. He said, I'll just Bravo dominate a choke slam? Okay, so I can't gain attack next turn. Like, it sucks, don't get me wrong, but we can just fully just play this out for 3. Which I like doing that. That was a very expensive choke slam for him. And he just said, bro, you can have it. This guy's wild. That's fine. I'm just gonna play it out for 3. He still has a hit effect. Still gotta block it. He still has to consider that it's doing something. Yep. And it's not active, but I'm just gonna get it out. Missed a little value with our Kodachi right there, but the game comes down to 1. We know what it was. Oh, it can't gain attack, so it didn't. Which is fine. Coming in, Bravo dominate, so this is going to be hitting me for 11. We need to block 8. We got a whole 2 in our hand. 3, 4, 5. Alright. Defensive Art of War time. Buff your attack. We can defend with Arsenal. We could go 2, well, 3, 3, 2. I like that. We didn't get crushed. Look at us. Just poke them for 3. Nope, we don't want to do anything. Let's see what he reveals here with the rouse. Blues, that's fine. Taking all the damage this turn. We're gonna try kill you, man. Unfortunately for you. Go surging. Okay, he's gonna overblock. That's fine. Plenty of opportunities to get our combo here. One, 2, 5. Do we need to destroy Breeze Rider? What are we getting? So we're gonna search bonds with Katsu. Then we'll search for another bonds. We go Katsu bonds. Whelming, yeah. Break Breezy, links. Go ahead, get the tenacity. Katsu, do that. Get that red bonds. We go bonds. Search bonds. Get the yellow. finished. Okay. Just go ahead, cash that bad boy in, throw 7 at you. I'll take your whole hand, please. And I'll do it again next turn. Yep, and we got there. Yeah, see, you just kind of have to play smart, block when you can, make a good block here and there, and that's pretty much all you gotta do. Obviously, the defensive Art of War was really nice. If you can line up like a defensive Art of War or a Flick Flack on like that turn where they're just like coming at you with their major dominate like he did, take all that, took all that damage, throw that dominate, and then to get that stuffed gave me the space I needed to finish that match out. Go ahead. Nope, not 12. There we go. A lot of Guardian. Let's get something other than Guardian in here. And apparently we're only gonna play against Guardians today, which I guess is fine. I guess they knew your boy needed the Victor practice and the Bravo practice, so they said, here you go. Eat all the Guardians. Okay. He didn't want to play that matchup. He didn't want to beat up on a Katsu today. Kayo, awesome. This is a... Let me see if I got that. If I got it sideboarded right for Kayo. So in this matchup, I actually like to play Flick Flax in it now, and I like to play Warmongers as well, because I have been in the spot far too many times where they have revealed to me off their cast bones Blood Rush Bellow, and I'm just like, alright, Warmongers. I know it's coming. Bare Fangs. Okay, decided not to play it. Arsenal it. Got you. here, we are going to I'm gonna straight up just try to get in there. Sweet. Just going ahead, putting the dishonor in the bin, getting that in there, getting that threat live for this hand right for this exact hand right here, where we don't even need the dishonor. It's throwing a 7 at us, man. We're like, show me a CNC and then I'll consider blocking. And he did not. So I'm going to I'm gonna block like that. I mean, we don't really need to use our hardened cross traps and natural do it because we have one engraved. So I'm thinking about pitching this, actually saving the spinning wheel kick for the next turn, because I actually like spinning wheel kick a lot to just poke into the KO, um, because it's a really tough decision for them if they want to block it or not. If they decide to block it, sometimes it doesn't matter. You go Surging Strike anyway. But sometimes they block it and you had a Descendant, you needed the bonds, and they just gave you the Katsu trigger that you needed to go in. So no, actually, let me not mess this up again. Let me go ahead and get my Kadachi value. So we won't be able to do it mid-chain. Throw that 4 at them. Just gonna immediately flesh bag us and hit the wrong card. Which, that's kind of that's an interesting flesh bag right there. And take this damage, block 5 on the next, and he's probably just going to keep a blue to swing for 5 with his claw. Exactly, this is what I was talking about, and he's kind of got a mean hand to follow that up with. He's casting bones. Not good. But he hit 2, so what did he reveal? Blood Rush Bellow. He revealed... He might have revealed his other 2 cast potents off the top, I think. Oh, he got Dishonored. That's why he chose to get Dishonored. Oh, I missed that completely. Yeah, I don't think once he chooses to willingly get Dishonored, he can do anything anymore. Does his deck even work, really? Another Cast Bones, that's gonna make 2. This is what I'm talking about. The damned if you do, damned if you don't. He's like, oh yeah, sure, let it hit. And now let me think if I am gonna grab anything off. That we can just go for the full double bonds right here. Pouncing link, search the bonds. Katsu ability for the other bonds. We're just in there. That easy. Oh wait. Did we skip a step? Wait, let me see. Searching. No, I think we're good. I think we're chilling. Go ahead, put him to 1. Blood Rush hits the non-6 because his deck doesn't have 6s anymore. Yep. Man, these Talishar request undo games, huh? You get some interesting stuff on them. Maybe I'm gonna hop into this Prism game because I feel like this is an action. Okay, it's an actually interesting matchup. Well, let's just try to join this, guys. There we go, a Prism game. Let's go. So what I like to do into Prism is I'm trying to play my Flick Flacks and my Command and Conquerors. Reason being for that is I just want to try to stuff their heralds as much as I can, especially Erudition. That thing's so annoying for Katsu. Here, cut a spinning. There, cut this yellow whelming. Make it an even 60 like that. And I might go Tunic in this matchup. I'm gonna try hard and cross shaps though. Wait, actually, don't do that. Don't do what I just did. Okay, I didn't get punished there, but he could have easily punished me with Genesis. Leave the Kadachi up, just in case. The 1 life isn't worth it. And he's going for 6. Honestly, I'm just gonna block 6 like that, because my hand, I guess it is doing something. I don't know, we don't have any targets in the grave. It's kind of like hard. Library. At the beginning of each end phase, if there's 2 or more cards of yellow, they gain +1 intellect. Discard 2 cards with the yellow color stripes. Destroy. Nice. So now I'm about to do this because I just want cards out of his hand now. This is the kind of the desperado play right here, where it's like I just need to present something. Threatening to have a whelming. We got 2 cards. It did its job. We'll keep this flick flack in hand. Go ahead, try to stuff this bad boy up. If we have to block with the fluster, we're okay with that as well. Rapture, got you. Pitching for Ward 1. Oh, to keep the library in play, of course. Makes sense. Three block it? Okay. Let's see what we get here. Can we get a blue? Can we get a blue? Okay. I like that. Like that. I don't think we're gonna do anything crazy. Not this turn. Nope. Nope. Yes, we will pitch that away. Let's go ahead and get a red whelming. Yes, we do want to pay. Give a surging strike. Try tapping for some damage. Ooh, here, let me see if he'll let me undo that. It's fine. Can we? Okay. And no, I'm gonna just throw 5 at him. Just like, okay, yeah, you wanna? Homeboy is just taking it all. Said, kill me, and I cannot. Yeah, I mean, we're not getting we're not getting too far, but at least we're not dying. So we're dealing with 5-card Prism hands every turn. And then here's where we get blown out for having a popper. Now we're gonna Halo. Makes sense. Get rid of our popper. But hey, now we got the Halo out of the way. Triumph, so finally got his value there, getting angels on the board and such. But I think we have enough life lead where we're pretty chill. Obviously, we're not thrilled about it because he's gonna maintain a 5-card hand every single turn, and we have to eat a bunch of damage this turn. Merciful makes sense. Passing or Pierce Reality. Sweet. All right, so could go Breaking Scales into Soraya. Pitch that for a... What would we even be looking for? Just to do a bonds into... I don't like this. Don't like the spot we're in right here. This is where we go cleanup mode and die. I mean, we could go that and bonds to a 100 Winds Fluster. Call it a day. Leave the passing on the board. Oh my, the Pierce and the... Feels so awful. The other options, just try to Art of War our way out. This might be the best one. No, we are chilling. So now we're left with just lowly masking momentum. I mean, pouncing links. Yeah, I think honestly our best play here is just to do all this damage to his face. Hope he can't deal 33 back, and just try to kill him next turn. Unfortunately, we miss a blue, like, again. Kind of sucks. Get a popper, though. Get to free roll pop something. Especially since I had +2. That's pretty nice. Yep. We actually do play a fair amount of yellows, too. We get them in our hand. Yep, we're taking that. I'll take it. Okay. Yep. Just taking it all. Probably just switching out which herald he wants to get. And here we're going to try to go for an Art of War. So I'm going to just tack into Prism. Hoping homie just blocks 3. Trying to preserve. And then we get to go like this. Pitch there. Buff your attack. Banish. Draw 2. Banish that. See what we get. Nothing good. Just trying to go face, because, I mean, at this point, we're probably going to draw a bunch of blues, because we've had, like, 2 or 3 all red hands in a row. The defense lined up for us this game pretty well, but that library just got him too much advantage. Yep. And swing to the Merciful. Get that off the board. Yeah. see. Okay, we can make this work. We can make this hand work. Yep, it's fine. It's a good hand. Unfortunately, we're just gonna have to blind throw out this Art of War. And, hey, sometimes it ain't your game. Sometimes it's just not meant to be. We'll see what we can do here, though. We got a card. I'm gonna attack you again. See if you want to block. See if you want to trade that Herald. I mean that Angel finally. Yeah, the floors are awful. It's true. It's true. It feels like that sometimes, But I feel like there's ways you can play out of it. Like this hand. This hand's fine. This hand's great. I don't have luck/skill to craft enough high roll turns. Like, sometimes I feel like I don't. But here, as I say that, we kind of played the game out and kept the life totals, that defending early on, made it now where he's going to attack me for 4 here with a. Oh, okay, he didn't have go again, which is even better, and he has 4 cards in hand. So now it's just. Now we're just being chilling, actually. Yeah, this is great, actually. Footsteps. I love it when they block footsteps on the Kadachi and just give you a card to save a Spectral Shield. Like, just let the Spectral Shield do its job and block. That's fine. It's fine. And now we don't have a descending. That's kind of unfortunate. I'll just get this 100 wins real quick. Let's try to get over one here. No, we're good. No, we're not going to do that. Did I throw a Tenacity in here? I think. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I was like, did I throw Tenacity in there? It's like, nah, I didn't. Awesome. Because we just have it all. You know, if you draw well enough, you don't even need pouncing links. We got there. And I think this is where I'm going to conclude it. Um, been playing for about 2 hours. I think we had some really cool matchups. You know, we got to play Prism, Bravo, Victors, um, which I feel like are kind of the more like skillful matchups of the deck. Which so I'm glad we got to showcase those. I'm a little low energy today just because I stayed up all night for the Calling Phuket top 8. So sorry, you know, usually I try to be more lively and everything like that, but it was just between the audio issues and all that at the beginning. But you know, thank y'all for sticking through it with me. We grinded through it, and yeah, I'm so happy that this deck. I feel like it's in a pretty good spot. I feel like um, you can get to a certain level with it where kind of, you know, you can play into the variance a bit, kind of like that one Victor game where I was just like, okay, well, triple Art of War, you know, we hit the combo and we win, and then the same time the other Victor game where it's like set up the same thing. We miss off the Art of Wars, and that's it. And then you try to set up another one. They just always have the disruption. Don't let you go. You know, same deck list, same player. Just sometimes the games fall a little bit different like that. So I feel like this deck can definitely beat anything. Just kind of has to get lucky in the right spots. Sometimes if your opponent blocks, you come out on Tuesday. So I work on Tuesday, or I would. It's so sad. They've been scheduling me on Tuesday now. Work. I'm just like, I need my Tuesday nights off again so I can go spend it with the boys. But as soon as they give me a Tuesday off, I'm back there. I'm with everyone. Um, I don't know if I'm working this Friday, but if I'm not working this Friday, maybe I can come out to the Super Armory and everything and get some games in with you before then. But thank y'all to everyone who came out. Deck link is going to be in the description. I think Kyle yeah, he had it pinned right there. So that's the deck without sideboard. And then later today for the Patreons, the card guys, I'm gonna release like it's gonna have all the matchup tabs, a little bit of game plan for each matchup, kind of just going over some like key things, or a lot of it's like you gotta go fast because that's the truth of it. Some of these matchups you just gotta go in. Um, but if anyone has any questions about the deck or anything, even if you're not, you know, a Patreon member, just, you know, shoot me an at the Discord. I'm happy to help. Like I said, this deck has a lot of I don't know if I said it yet, but this deck has a lot of contextual stuff, kind of like Dorinthia, where there's a lot of spots where sometimes a lower value play is actually correct because it might force your opponent to block or something like that. Kind of like in that one this game with Prism where I broke the Hardened cross straps on a Surging with just a Flick Flack in hand. Not because I really wanted the Surging to connect, it's just more of I wanted to get two cards out of their hand. Um, so there's kind of like plays like that you can do, and it's kind of like Dorinthia where you can play a little bit of mind games with your opponent. You know, they overblock when you don't have it. Sometimes they overblock by one, and then you have two pumps. It's a fun deck. It's definitely fun. But thank you guys for everyone who came out today. I'm going to try to. So next Sunday won't be on stream. Card guys are streaming the Battle Harden. Kyle said he's definitely putting me on round one. He didn't say that, but I want him to because I'm trying to triple bonds, double Art of War someone on camera. And I might not be doing well enough in the tournament later to get on camera, but I should be. We're going to win it. Maybe. But anyway, thanks guys, and I'll see y'all next time. Stream will be on back in 3 weeks or 4 weeks, depending, because I have Battle Harden, Pro Quest, and then maybe potentially more Pro Quest. But if I don't need to go those third week of Pro Quest, then I'm gonna go ahead and stream again for y'all. But see y'all next time. Peace.